Athens Wrestling, on behalf of the Athens Youth Wrestling Club, it is our pleasure to present you with a plaque for your induction into the Athens Wrestling Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Alrighty, thank you. Such an honor to be here, very humbled, honored to be a part of this great, rich wrestling tradition that we call Athens Blue Jay Wrestling. I can't say enough about what it means to me to be a part of the legacy of Athens Wrestling. It really, truly got me to where I am today, not as an athlete, but as a person, as a father, as a husband, to be amongst of all you people that I see out here right now today. A lot of parents that went through a lot of sacrifice for their kids each and every day, every weekend. My mom, who is not here, first and foremost, I want to thank her every Saturday and Sunday. She got up as a kid, or me as a kid. She got off a third shift working, drove me around all these tournaments all over the state. That's when it started. Then Cliff, thank you. Dad, thank you. My family, thank you. Cliff, every day from kindergarten. I don't think too many kids can say, hey, I attended every single varsity practice from kindergarten through senior year of high school. Well, guess what? This kid did. Sometimes I didn't want to. No denying it. But Cliff's like, hey, you want to be tough? You have goals, you want to do this, you want to do that? You got to put the time in, people, and I believe I put the time in. Was I the best ever? Absolutely not. Did I give it 100%? Absolutely so. And that's all, kids that are out here, any sport you do, as long as you give it 100%, do the best you can do, that's all you can ask for. If you go in at 50%, you can't second guess yourself, because you, at the end of the day, only know what you did on each and every day, daily basis. I look at the athletes out here: Adam Ellenbecker, the Ellenbecker boys, Greg, Jamie Dellinger, Wayne Seidel, the Marole boys, the Ellenbeckers, the Underwoods. I had so many great people to wrestle with. As a junior high person, not only did I wrestle Cliff, and he kicked the snot out of me till I was a junior year. I think junior year is finally when I was able to take him over. But I wrestled the likes of Jody Garkey, Todd Detail, all these people that I had state champions every single year from when I was a kid all the way up till I graduated. I got to wrestle with. It was awesome. When you have the best of the best, the coach, Jerry Wagner, how can I forget him? Definitely not going to forget him. I know he can't be here with us today. Jerry, love you. Hope all is well. It's just something that you never get back, is being a part of this group. Ryan Frame, him and I were really good friends all through high school. I remember the times that we would sit there and like, okay, it's Wednesday night, we got to wrestle on Thursday, let's head to Medford. So we go to Medford. Okay, what do we do in Medford? Well, we hit the local hotel, we go sit the steam room, swim a little bit, get a little extra exercise in, try to cut some pounds because we just fed our fat bellies. And so, as a wrestler, you eat, you got to work out. So that's just the way it is. It's just great to be here, a part of this, and I want to thank the people before me. Obviously, Buddha, Craig Underwood, Clarence Liss, Pat Switlick. Pat Switlick really, he put us on the board with that first state championship, and once you have that, and everyone's like, hey, I want to be there. I want to go to there. I want to go to this level. And with us, we had the luxury of having great families, great teammates, great wrestlers, and everyone really, truly, as a team. I just want to say applaud to all you people out here being the best fans that wrestling, could ever ask for. It was just amazing. Cliff touched base on this a little bit. He's right. When I lost in my semifinal match my freshman year in high school, it was truly hard because we had some successful teams beforehand. And as I lost a close match, which I'm not going to get into the political portion of what happened in that match. I left it too close. And I remember having my head on the mat as I listened to about 10,000 people cheer that an Athens wrestler lost. And I was thinking to myself, it's not fair. I'm a freshman. I'm in big man's land. I'm wrestling. But it is what it is. I lost the match. You know, I couldn't rely on the ref. And I walked off that match, and I told Buddha the same thing I told Cliff later on that night at the state finals, the Parade of Champions, that I would never let a match get close enough to let a ref decide. So that was one of the things that kept my motivation and my drive going, is I did not want that to happen again. To have that feeling, to have someone take something away from you that I knew I should have had control of, but I didn't do my job, plain and simple. There was no one else to blame. So on that note, as I tell, any of the kids that are watching in here or listening, just you have to leave it all on the mat. No regrets. You go out there, you wrestle each and every match like there's no tomorrow. Because guess what, people? There is no guarantee there is tomorrow. So, as an athlete, as a parent right now, I hug and kiss my kids and I say good night and I love you, because I don't know if I'm going to have it tomorrow. Same thing with wrestling. You leave it all on the mat. Who cares? At the end of the day, if you give 100%, no one can ever fault you. Whether you win or lose, as long as you give 100%. Again, I am truly humbled just to be here. I mean, this is something I love to do, and I've done it for a long time. Not so much anymore, but I just can't say thank you enough to everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
I'm going to take a few minutes to close out here before we do our thank yous, and just give a simple reminder of how dominant Shawn really was. If you heard before, he was 175-5 in high school. That's 180 matches, 133 pins. That's over 70% of his matches ended in a pin. Now you got to remember, not every match was a wrestle match. There was forfeits, tech falls. But nobody pins their opponent 70% of the time. Nobody. And one thing I really truly remember was the state tournament. After my senior year, Shawn's a year younger than I was, and you're sitting in the stands, and Shawn's coming up, and the people sitting next to you is like, "Hey, there's that kid from Athens. Watch it, he's going to throw him." And you sit there, and you're used to it, but you hear that ooh and that ah when Shawn finally launched the kid, and his feet were sticking straight up in the air, and Shawn had that picture in the paper where he was winking at the cameraman just so perfectly. I think he got poked in the eye, but it looked really nice on the camera. So. And one last thing is, Shawn was a dominant wrestler, but he was an amazing friend. He was always there to help you in practice. He was there at school functions in the summertime. So as great of a wrestler as he was, he's an even better person. So let's give him one more round of applause. Now we want to thank everyone who made this event possible, including the Athens Wrestling Club members and the board, the